I am here with Stuart Wilders from ESC Fan TV. Make sure to subscribe and check out his videos after you check out mine. So we're talking about Walking Out. What do you think of Walking Out, Stuart?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to think of it when I first heard it. It's really kind of got an odd opening. It's kind of a little bit boom, 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 and then it suddenly kicks in. And she's got a phenomenal voice, Srbuk. She really has, and the melody's beautiful. She hits some really high notes towards the back end of the song. It's quite an emotional song, even though it's sort of it starts off a bit mid-tempo, ends up being relatively high tempo, then back down to mid-tempo. Yeah, it's really good, really good. Armenia always do well. They always qualify. It's very rarely they don't qualify. I've got nothing about this so far that I'm thinking it won't qualify. And yeah, it's pretty high, I think, in terms of the betting. So yeah, both, Armenia have tend to send good songs. This is a good singer. It's a good song, and I have no doubt that she'll deliver.
Yeah, great. How do you think the staging will be? Have you seen a live version of this? I haven't.
I haven't, no. So if I visualize it, I kind of expect her to be sort of in between maybe four guys dancing around her, and there'll be some really well staged choreography. I kind of imagine there'll be maybe a few little tricks in there. Maybe there's a few gimmicks as well, but not on her. Maybe mainly around the choreography. That's what I would do. But this is the kind of song I don't think you could keep it simple. I think you have to throw quite a bit at it to really make it work on stage. And you will have, there's a few sort of high tempo energy songs this year that will have some phenomenal staging. Switzerland's a good example, and I think also Cyprus. So this needs to stand out.
We've just recently heard the placing of songs, and I think this one is it first from what I can remember to perform?
Yeah, it's first in the second semi-final. That's a great placing for it. So if you're going to be in the first half of the second semi-final, don't be in the middle or towards the end of the first half. Be at the beginning of the first half. And she's got a good placing. So yeah, I mean, I've no question in my mind this will qualify. It's just how it will do in the final, and I think it will come down to the position it draws and how it comes across live. Yeah, because last year we saw with Azerbaijan, they sent a song which everyone thought would do really well. I just never got it. It didn't really come across that well live either. I remember watching the jury rehearsal on the Monday night thinking, yeah, I don't see this qualifying. Everyone was saying, no, it will still qualify. This is Azerbaijan. And it didn't. It just didn't deliver. She didn't deliver, although she had a great voice. Srbuk has a great voice, possibly a better voice. But I don't know if she's a performer live. So I'm being told she is. I've been told she's a really, really great performer. So I have to wait and see. But song-wise, yeah, should qualify, no problem.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks a lot, Stuart.
I'm here with Elysse. Hi, Elysse.
Hey.
Walking Out.
So you want to know all about Armenia?
Armenia, yeah.
I can help you out there.
Oh, excellent. I'm glad.
Some people as like a analytical person when it comes to music, and I can guarantee you Armenia from Eurovision 2019 is one of the songs I have analysed.
Great. Well, that's good because I'm looking to see your perspective from an Australian composer and musicologist. She's excellent at that, and so I'm trusting her take on Walking Out by Srbuk.
Are you sure? Some of your viewers disagree with my judgment. Like, did you see, there was a comment on Iceland. It's like, it's not that you could have been wrong. You were wrong. That was her response. And I was like, man, you're salty. I admit there's error in my judgment sometimes, but man, that's just such a blunt reply. But regardless of that, I shall soldier on. I will put on a brave face, and I will give you my thoughts on Armenia's Walking Out. So we have a female singer, and she's only singing in English, and her vocal range is F sharp 3. No sharps, F3 to A5. And we have a key change in this song. So we go from F harmonic minor to F sharp harmonic minor. Now, before I go on, there is a difference between normal minor or natural minor and harmonic minor. And basically the major chords change numbers, and also the way in which the scale sounds is slightly different. It's a shame I do not have my keyboard out today because I wrote the scale out, I'm pretty sure. Yep. In case I wanted to play it. But I'm sorry, you'll have to just trust my judgment. It's kind of got like it's got a different sort of note towards like the end or the second last one. Melodic minor, it's sounds a little bit more major. A harmonic minor sounds, I think it was a little bit more for lack of a better word, snake charm sort of sound. So the end notes, like, they have a slightly different like tonality, like you just got a few different semitones and tones towards the end, and it gives you that sort of like smaller steps at the end to give you that sort of snake charmery sort of sound from Middle East area. It's where it's traditionally associated with. So that's what a harmonic minor is, and we've got F harmonic minor and F sharp harmonic minor key change, so up by 1 semitone. Our time signature is 4/4 with 130 beats per minute at Vivace, which means I got a page up to tell me what these mean today. Lively and fast, so that's kind of cool. And then we've got 5 chords in our chords being used. We've got our minor first chord, our major augmented third chord, our 5th chord, our 6th chord, and as an unusual bonus, we have a major 7th chord, which does not usually fall within the F harmonic minor key. So, you know, just a bit of a bonus. We'll change it up a little bit. And that only like happens in, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. I thought it was a fun chord anyway. And then in terms of instruments, we have vocals, piano, mandolin, which is a little bit like a guitar, but not a guitar. Sorry, I lost my earbud. Drums, we have some bass guitar, we have some synth bass as well as bass guitar, and we have an electric guitar and some backing vocals. So a bit of a different mix. But it kind of gives it like this rocky sort of vibe with that sort of instrumentation. In terms of format, we have an intro for 4 bars, verse 1 for 16, a pre-chorus for 8.5 is what I've written. So it must be like half a bar of like transitioning into the chorus. I can't quite remember why, but I'm sure there was a reason. 8.5 bars for your pre-chorus. Our chorus is 9 bars, and then we have verse 2 at 16, second chorus at 16, so double the length about, and then a bridge at 8, finally with a chorus at 16 bars. So that is the overview, the ground structure of Walking Out by Srbuk. Apologies for bad pronunciation.
What do you think of the combination, the musical combination in the song? I felt like I was listening to kind of like 3 songs in one.
Yes and no. I think they had different elements, and I think the elements flowed really well into each other. So you've got your pre-chorus there, and that sort of is taking a step back before it comes back full in the chorus, and then the verses were like sort of like half full. So half full, quiet, and then bang, everything. So I think it was a really good balance to have that like sort of suspense built up over the course of the song. And it was eerie but good, like in a good way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. What do you think of this was our 4th key change. What do you think of this key change? As far as they go.
I don't think it stood out that much. Like it was then used the same chords, like it wasn't too different in terms of a key change. I think they transitioned well. You had the sort of like held note to bring it and then like lift it up as well. But like, there's some key changes and they sound really good because it feels like it's sort of building up to this big moment. And while it did still sound big, I don't think it necessarily was needed for the song. I don't mind a key change. A key change is always fun. It's always interesting, but you can have a key change for the sake of having a key change, and I think that's sort of what this song had. No one's against it or anything. It's just It was the key change.
I was wondering, did you notice any of the brass instruments, like right from your ear? Because I know you like Hot Potato Band. Not saying it's like Hot Potato Band, but I heard brass instruments.
I didn't think there were any brass instruments in this one.
There's not? I thought I heard, but maybe not.
Oh, where? Where? Tell me more.
I'm gonna burn down, I'm walking out. Ooh, you know.
I thought so, but
well,
I may be
tell me
wrong.
later. I didn't hear any off the top of my head. Like, I thought, like maybe you're thinking of like the synth sort of bass sound, which is a really low, sort of grumbly sound. Like it had similarities to the brass instruments, but it was held too long. It was too unnatural for it to be an instrument, if that makes sense.
Okay. So this music video was 100% black and white minus some red lipstick. So what did you think of the music video?
My music videos are not for anyone's amusement.
Okay, well, she looks like a gangster, and I love it. She can rock that look, and she should continue to rock that look in all future music videos. Love, your friendly Eurovision reviewer, Elysse. But yeah, I dig the look. In terms of the black and white, I think it worked pretty well. Like it was like the lights, the strobe sort of light sort of setting that they were in when they first opened up. That was cool, and it really supported that sort of monocolor scheme that was happening in the video. And they had like contrasting like not features, but the hair was dark, so it worked well because it then balanced out the lighter skin. Whereas if you have blonde hair, that's never going to be quite as effective in terms of the black and white effect. It's going to be obvious you have blonde hair and or lighter hair rather, but it just doesn't have the same sort of contrast. And so the black and white plus the dark hair and the braids, that really sort of, I think, really contributed to that gangster look in the video. In terms of like music video story, I guess, she gets pushed around a little bit. There's a bit of barcode imagery, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe they're like saying, oh yeah, we're all just a product of the machine or something like that. You know, nice capitalist sort of point of view there. I think Iceland had some competition for costumes because you had some leather masks going on towards the end, and yeah, maybe they gotta watch out. They got few kinky looks going on. Yeah. When the guys sort of bend backwards, that looks pretty cool as well. Like in the video, like the dancers around her, like it looks like they were from the Matrix, sort of dodging all the bullets. So that was cool. But I think what I liked most about this song was the piano sort of trill thing at the start. The video was cool, but the music was cooler. At the end of the day, I think the music just outweighed the video. Lyric-wise, I wasn't sure if the song was about depression or maybe like an abusive relationship. Either way, it sounds like it's about understanding what you're worth and refusing to accept any less than what you are worth, which I'm all for. It's a strong and powerful message. But it'd be interesting to know like what you think and what others think about whether it's like what the song's about, because I couldn't quite pin it down, but it seemed to have that strong sort of I am this and this is what I'm worth, and if you don't like that, you can piss right off. Thank you very much. And I think like the music video like sort of showcased that like transition as well, with it being pushed around and then being like out, get out. I'm screaming. We're doing a key change and you're getting away.
Yeah.
So what did you think the music video and the song was about?
Yeah, I thought it was from an abusive relationship. I thought the barcode meant that she could be bought or owned, something like that.
That's a good take. I wish I thought of that. That makes sense.
Yeah, you know what? Something that I really liked was in the last chorus. I don't know if you remember, but they kind of did the chorus saying "walking out," and then she sang "walking out" like at a different rhythm, or not rhythm, but Like it was like walking, walking out, walking, walking out. I really liked that musically.
Yeah, no, I don't mind when they sort of do some ad-libbing stuff, and like, did they have the chorus happening still as well, like some backing vocals?
Just I think the music of the chorus was the same, but they just had like that walking out bit.
Oh, I mean, it's always nice to have a bit of variation. It kind of keeps things fresh, makes things lively. Oh, not lively, but it keeps you on your toes, and it doesn't make me too complacent in the song. So
yeah. Okay, cool. All right, we'll move on then. Thanks, Elysse.
yes.
What do you think of ARMENIA?
Yeah, cool. You know, I think very exciting song, and yeah, based on the music video thing, like the character, she was suffering from too much pressure. So you know, it's the pressure accumulated over time, and at the end, kind of explode. She kind of whack out. So and there was a very impressive transformation. Of her parents from a very rocky girl to like the scenes she was lying on the roses. Yeah, that was impressive. I mean, yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much everything I could say about the song. And I think they can bring the same theme, the same setting onto the stage, Yeah, the ladies surrounded by, guys, and yeah, they could be creating a very, how to say, attractive performance.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. Until next time, bonsoir Europe, and goodbye.
Who will make the cut? Who will win